What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Onney, the CEO. We back with another week, another fire segment, and I'm so excited about the guests we have tonight, and you'll be excited too. So I need you guys to buckle up your seatbelts because you're now plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box. Now, the man I have on tonight's segment is the epitome of living outside the box. He has really taken the reins on his life and has manifested so many avenues and streams from media to, he's just a mogul. So let me not overtalk it. I need you guys to welcome Mr. Rueben Wood to the show.
Hey. Thank you for having me on the show.
Man, too, thank you for coming sit on the couch because you know I'm going to get all in your business. You know, I've done my research, and I know you started with one thing and it just kind of catapulted it and a few other things, and we'll get into that all throughout the show. But for those that are listening, those that are watching, because we're everywhere, can you tell us who you are and what it is that you do?
So my name is Rueben Wood. I'm a music producer, artist. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of the Whisper brand. And I'm also the president of QC DJs, of Quality Control Music. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of the main stuff that I do. I'm also the host. I'm a television actor for SOM Talk Live on Nor TV.
Okay, I love it. Now, where are you from?
I'm originally from Brunswick, Georgia, which is where the islands and beaches are in Georgia and everything. Okay. But yeah, I currently reside in Atlanta.
Okay, so you live in Atlanta. So you are all the way in H-Town. How you like H-Town so far?
I mean, I always come to H-Town. It's a great place, you know. I used to live in Houston. So
it's good to network. It's definitely. Well, I'm glad the wind blew you down my way. For sure. Now, I'm going to get out of your business. So tell me about Young Bank.
Wow.
That face was priceless. Tell me, everybody can't come up here. I screw up the internet now. So who is Young Bank, and tell me about him?
So Young Bank is the moniker that I used to go by originally when I was doing music, when I first came out, before I took a 13-year hiatus. So yeah, I was really rapping pretty heavy back then, as far as that goes.
Yeah, and so, like I said, you're a man that constantly evolves. So before Young Bank, what was life like for you?
Growing up was, it was interesting, but I mean, pretty much it was just like being in school, hustling in high school. Everybody knew me for selling stuff. And when I say selling stuff, I mean like, food, candy, different things like that. So, but yeah, I mean, I started doing music professionally when I was like 17, 18. I dropped my first mixtape, and then it pretty much kind of took me to New York, where I actually got on in the music and entertainment industry. And from there, I went to California, really got even more ingrained in the entertainment industry, and then I came back to Atlanta. So it's been a journey, literally.
Now, I did my homework on SOM Talk Live. So not only is it a talk show, they have a website that does blogging and everything else. Now, are you part of the journalism team that does the blogging there? Or?
I'm not.
You're not. That's okay.
Sometimes.
Hey, it's okay. Listen,
I do, but
hey, I have Onney Studios, but you won't catch me holding the camera. Okay, right. Everybody have their position.
Right.
So. Tell me a little bit more about SOM Talk Live and your position in that.
So I'm the CEO of SOM Talk Live. It's a brand that I created years ago. It stands for something originally made. And initially, it started off as a magazine media company that was originally called Space Style Magazine. So we made a switch and a transition over from that. And we just change with the times, really.
Okay. I like that. Now, you also have Quality Control DJs. It's also an affiliation with Quality Control Music. Can you tell us about both of those entities?
Yeah, so, I'm the president of QC DJs, and we are like the marketing leg for Quality Control Music on the aspect of doing like street team promotions, servicing the record out to DJs and stuff like that. So I'm kind of instrumental behind the scenes on that side for the label, doing a lot of the groundwork, footwork, and stuff.
Now, you have a real humble, laid-back aura about yourself, but you're definitely plugged in, tuned in, and tapped in. Now, how was the 2023 BET Awards?
It was lit.
It was lit.
It was lit.
I done went all through your business. I know where you been, who you talked to, what businesses you started. Listen, I do my homework.
You did.
I did indeed. So I want to ask you now, how did you foster relationships throughout your movement? Because like you said, you have SOM Talk Live, which was originally Spaced Out Magazine. You have the Quality Control DJs, Quality Control Music. You have your hands in so many things. So how do you foster your relationships with those different businesses?
Really just time management and focusing on where my strengths are, and really just taking the time to mentally focus, because that's pretty much the most important thing for me. Because I do have a lot of stuff going on. I do so many different things, but I really just have to plan everything out accordingly. Like last week I was in New York, this week I'm in Houston, next week I be back in Atlanta, and then from Atlanta I might be in Alabama and Miami or something, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm promoting the project that's getting ready to come out. So really it's
now,
focus.
People like us, we make it look easier than it is, because people see how the end result. They don't see the sweat, blood, and tears that go behind the grind. So my question to you is, what was your aha moment that gave you that nudge to say, I need to be doing something different, something outside the box?
Honestly, it was probably looking at my peers and having to readjust, because you got COVID that then took place. That's affected everybody. So finding more peace, solace, and balance during that is like, okay, because I actually got with QC DJs coming out of COVID in 2021. So to even be a part of that is like, it's been monumental for my career on the music and entertainment side. But at the same time, it's just, if you're part of one of the biggest labels that's shaping the culture and everything, you can't go backwards. You got to keep going forward, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably been my main focus, like continue to adapt, continue to change, but just remain focused on what it is that you're actually trying to accomplish.
Speaking of adapting and changing, the music industry, the media industry is a constant evolution. Every time we get on one wave, it's a new wave coming up. So how do you stay on top of the adaptation of being able to stay relevant and consistent in this society?
Well, working with the labels and stuff to curate what's actually popping or what's actually a part of the culture, I think that's kind of been one of my biggest assets, you know what I'm saying? Not just because I produce or, I could make the music myself, but being behind the scenes helping other artists. Because even with, like, QC got a new artist now. Shout out to Emmanuel the Prophet. Inspirational music.
Shout out Emmanuel.
Yeah, definitely. Because he got a record right now called Big God. That record is going up. It's a really dope record, and it's gonna change the game for how we look at inspirational artists and you know, Christian music. So I think that just being a part of that culture shift is definitely one of the biggest things that I myself can say is like, yeah, you know, that's instrumental.
Speaking of QC artists, are you currently signing new artists, or are you looking at new artists to sign, or new DJs to?
For the DJs in 2024, we will be adding some new DJs to our roster. On the artist side, I have no idea. For like the main label for quality control, that's more of a Wayno question. Shout out to Wayno.
Shout out to Wayno. Now, let's get to talking about your Whisper fragrance. Tell me about it, because that just literally recently dropped in like October, right?
Yeah.
So, Whisper fragrance, what inspired you to create your own fragrance?
Honestly, I feel like that was therapeutic for me to be able to take a class, learn how to make fragrances from scratch.
I want to do that.
Yeah, it's a dope experience. You know?
I bet.
So to be able to do that and then just put something together that's my own, and then the other side is like, I ain't never had my own product. So for years, you know, you pushing other people's products and stuff like that. So to have my own stuff was like, yeah, okay, this is really dope. And I wanted to make something that not only like smelled good, but I also wanted to make something that was sexy. You know, that if a man is wearing this, it attracts women. If when we do the his and her launch for 2024, if she's wearing this and everything, it attracts men to her. Yeah, so that was like the most important thing, to just have something where it's attractive and trendy, you know.
I love this. Yeah. So our viewers and our listeners, if you guys want to find out more about his fragrance, y'all make sure you go to thewhisperbrand.com and find out how you yourself can get a bottle of Whisper by Reuben Wood. Yes, I did my homework. I'm excited, black man. I'm excited.
Thank you.
So who does your support team consist of?
Honestly, that's a solid question. That's a really solid question. I don't know. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. No. I mean, honestly, man, shout out to my OG, 2 Official, who is over QC DJs. It's a lot of different moving parts to my support team, but it's like a lot of OGs that, you know, I have conversations with. Shout out to my boy Jay Kelly, who's role manager for Sukiana and stuff like that. Like, it's a couple different people in the industry that I tap in with on the regular. You know, we support each other. But as far as it's like a team in itself, I mean, the people that I work with are probably the most supportive, but also just, you know, having a relationship with God is probably my biggest support thing in general. You know what I'm saying? It helps me to stay, you know, motivated.
Right. One of the things I had to learn in business is a lot of times the people you start with aren't the same people you finish with. And you outgrow relationships along the way. And sometimes the people that you bring along, they have an entitlement. Really, they're not really pitching in. They just in the way. You know what I'm saying? So you find yourself on this journey where everybody literally can't go, you know, and that's a painful realization, because, you know, the dream is, man, when I get on, I'm gonna come back and put all my people on, right? But in the journey of putting yourself on, some of those people show themselves to not be beneficial to the journey that you're on, and you have to kind of like leave them where they at, and that's painful. So have you had to face any of those situations and circumstances where you had to leave some people behind on your journey?
I mean, definitely. I've had people that have worked for me for SOM Entertainment, for SOM Talk Live. They don't work with me anymore. So, you know, just in this entertainment industry, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. You know, it's interesting is what I will say. But also, like you were talking about entitlement, it's going to be more people that feel entitled when they see you continue to elevate anyway. So for you as the individual, though, you can't like be a part of that if you want to actually elevate, though, you know, because you have to have like laser focus to really be successful, you know, because I mean, people might be like, oh, you know, I was there when this happened, but they weren't putting nothing behind it.
Right, they was just there.
They
like
was
I
just
say,
there.
in the way.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we learn that, and sometimes our support comes in different forms. Like, you know, support is not always financial. It's not always physical. Sometimes it's just being able to have somebody to pour into you to remind you who the hell you are. You know what I'm saying? And with your and remind you that your vision, you're not crazy. You can manifest it.
Right.
So I'm excited for you because you literally set your mind to do several different things, and you've manifested them all, and you created platforms for others to manifest their dreams, as well as the DJs and the artists and the people that want to be on your show, to create a platform to shed light on them as well, and have real diverse conversations that are needed in our community. So shout out to you for just doing all those creations and living completely outside the box. Now, what do we have to look forward to from Mr. Reuben Wood? Because, I mean, you got perfume and cologne, and, I mean, you got DJs and all kind of stuff going on.
So, I mean, really the main thing that I'm focused on right now is 5 AM on Peachtree, which is an album that will be available tomorrow. I don't know when this is dropping, but
so it's gonna be available by the time y'all catch it.
Yeah, by the time it's gonna be out. So make sure you go stream that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just 5 AM on Peachtree, man, because I had the opportunity to be able to produce this whole entire project. Except one song, I had a co-produced song. Shout out to my boy PC Beats out of Philly. He worked with the Justice League. So for me, the whole project has been very therapeutic. And that's the main thing that's going to be the driving vehicle for 2024 outside of the Whisper brand.
Now you say 5 AM on Peachtree. Who's the artist?
So I'm the artist.
Okay.
And then I also have Jadakiss, Cameron, Gucci Man, Rick Ross, Capadonna, YBN The Mirror, Dizzy Wright, who am I missing? Mozzie, Currency, Snoop Dogg, if I didn't say that already. Did I say Juicy J?
You did say Juicy J.
Okay, Juicy J. I said Cameron, though, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Oh, so you got some hitters on that thing, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, now when
Benny the Butcher.
And when is this coming out?
Tomorrow.
Okay, that's right. So y'all make sure y'all go. Listen, I got excited because you got everybody on that thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was gonna say you don't listen. We're gonna talk after the show.
Yeah.
So, if there was something you could do differently on your journey, what would it have been?
I would probably say keep a job, a regular 9-to-5 job, as long as possible. That would have set me up for better financial success instead of having to go through a lot of the setbacks that I did financially and fiscally.
Now that's a real conversation right there, because you know a lot of people. I have a 9-to-5. Even though I own the studio, and even though I have multiple businesses, I still have a 9-to-5. I work for an investment firm, and I take that money and I flip it and make more money with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm an artist. I'm a poet. I travel. I write stage plays. I publish books. I do all these different things, but I still work.
Right.
And some people say, you know what, you don't have enough faith in your vision. No, God is giving me provision so that I could manifest the vision.
Right.
Because there's nothing cool about being a starving artist or a starving entrepreneur. Whoever told y'all that, y'all need to rebuke them, okay? Because we're not doing that in 2024, okay? I'm not finna be sitting here selling myself because one thing about it is when you have a steady income that you can count on, it gives you a different type of power where you can turn down some things because you're not a starving artist.
Correct.
See, when you're starving, you got to take what you can get because you got to make these ends meet.
Correct.
But when you are stable as opposed to starving, you can kind of hold your power and say, you know what, I don't think I'm better than anybody, but I'm too good for that.
Yeah.
And my price is my price.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can stand on that as opposed to someone who really needs to make these ends meet. So now I'm going to discount the quality of my work so that I can make these ends meet, which so many people do. They discount, their services so that they can, quote unquote, stay relevant. But you do that enough, you'll be irrelevant before it's over with.
Right.
So, handling yourself as a business is very important, and it's nothing wrong with being an entrepreneur that has a 9-to-5 because you have to start somewhere. Boy, you said that, it touched a nerve on me because listen, I done had people tell me, oh, you Onney the worker. You damn right. Because in order to be a good boss, you first have to know how to work.
Definitely.
You understand what I'm saying? You have to know how to work. It's like in order to be a good leader, you have to know how to follow because somebody had to teach you. You know what I'm saying? So this is just I call it walking my puppies because eventually I won't have to work for nobody.
Right.
I have a whole bunch of people working for me.
Right.
And so it's a blessing to be able to create an avenue where you can employ other people because that's the generational wealth.
Right.
And the wealth is not just financial. It's just being able to know that you're leaving your footprints in the sand by creating platforms for other people to be able to take care of their families or promote their brands or whatever it is they do. So thank you, Reuben, for being a bright light in a dark room and for using your platforms to do just that, as well as you just got a good aura about yourself.
Thank you.
I screwed up the internet. I sure did. So so outside of the album that's just dropped, of course you guys can go and find it. What else we have to look forward to outside of the His and Her brand that's dropping, the album that's coming out? What we have to look forward to?
Really, man, probably just more acting. I'm gonna be doing more acting in 2024 and just working with more artists, putting out more projects and stuff like that musically, and then expounding upon my focus more on music production and just working with the label, man. So, it's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of moving parts. Some stuff I can't talk about, but, for the most part, I would just say, like, specifically more acting and the music production and stuff like that.
I love it. I salute.
Thank you.
Salute. Now, for those that are listening, those that are watching, and you want to find out more about Reuben Wood, because he's definitely worth investing your time to go see what all he have his hands in. You can follow him on Instagram under @RealReubenWood. Y'all make sure you hit that follow button. He also have a Facebook fan page. You guys can go over there and make sure you hit that follow button. He also has a new YouTube page. Don't be alarmed. Make sure you go and hit that subscribe button and click the bell notification when he drops new content. And there's a website for him as well, www.reubenwood.com. You can go and find out more about everything he has to offer there as well. And the talk show, we cannot forget SOM Talk Live Instagram page. You guys make sure you go hit that like button and that follow button and the website. There's also a website for SOM Talk Live. Make sure you go to the website, get caught up on some of the blogs and some of the conversations they're having there. And if you like to smell good, because when we smell good, we feel good, make sure you go to www.thewhisperbrand.com. Make sure you put in your order to get some of that smell good so you too can feel good. And tonight's show was powered by Swan Isle Sea Moss and Beverages. Make sure you hit Swan Isle to get your wildcrafted sea moss today. And I want to remind all our viewers and our watchers that we are on multiple platforms. You can find us everywhere. We're on iHeart, Hip Hop Streets live stream music app, Third Coast TV, Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, Hey, we are everywhere. Find a platform that works for you. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and if you like what you see or like what you hear, come join us in our YouTube community at Outside the Box with Onney. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification. We have over 130 episodes available for you to go and check out. I'm sure there's going to be someone that you know, and if you want to come sit on the couch with me to let me get all in your business, we are casting. Make sure you send your EPK to otb.liveshow@gmail.com, and one of our technicians or one of our administrators will get back with you to get you on the schedule. If you like the content and you think this is something that you should do, make sure you go to www.onneystudios.com so you yourself can become a podcast content creator today. We have technicians already available. All you have to do is show up. So show up for yourself in 2024 by logging in to www.onneystudios.com today. I want to thank you, Reuben, for letting me get out in your business, for sharing your light with me, for just sitting across from me and just sharing everything that you have going on. I'm excited. I might have to stay in contact with you for 2024. For real. Because you're in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're in Atlanta and I'm in Houston. Hey, you can make some things shake. I'm going to hold them to it, y'all. Look at me, networking right here on the show. Don't let it get past you, all right?
Hey, again, thank you for having me as well, too.
Yeah. Thank you for the referrals from some of your other artists. And if they come into town, make sure you hit your girl up.
I definitely will.
Make sure you hit your girl up. All right, you guys. Well, that seems to be a wrap to our show. I want to thank you guys for tuning again. Make sure you catch us same time, same place next week. I'm your girl, Onney the CEO, and you plugged in, tuned in, tapped in, Outside the Box.